First on the agenda is review and approval the minutes of the last meeting.
I move that they accepted as.
Second it? There you go.
Get long.
Next thing is to review and approve the warrant.
I make a motion to approve the warrant.
Second it.
Next thing, Cumberland County Regional Assessing Assessor Certification of Assessment. I don't have no paperwork on that or nothing.
You had something we were supposed to.
Yep, do you have the meeting folder?
Oh, it's probably on my desk.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Right here.
I think it's a manila envelope on the. See, they're posted on the website already.
Yeah, Cumberland County.
Yeah. Hereby certify that the pages herein numbered from 1 to 203 for real estate and 1 to 7 for personal property, inclusive, contain a list and evaluation of estates, real and personal, liable to be taxed in the municipality of Baldwin for state, county, district, and municipal taxes for the year 7/01/22 to 6/30/23, as it existed on the day of April 1st, 2002. Sure enough, we didn't attach them.
Oh, yeah, that's from the,
Ben mentioned that there were several different places to sign.
Yeah, there is, we always do that.
certification. He's already, this is gonna be sent in, it's not fax this year, right? So we're just all
It
set to
has
go
to be
now?
mailed. Yep, I just wanted you to review it and make sure that you felt that it
I
was.
think we're all set, it's still on both sides like it says and stuff, so. Okay. An emergency management appointment, Bruce, you're gonna be the EMA director?
So I've been told, yeah. I'll do the paperwork. I move that we appoint Bruce as the EMA director.
I'll second it.
You forgot to put the pay in. Same as last year. Okay. Thank you. That one I see it should look like the previous one, yeah.
EMA property inventory report.
I told you wrong.
You did? Now you got my wife apologizing to the title company.
We'll take care of you right now.
Awesome. I haven't been to town hall so much.
What's the date today?
Photocopy that.
Okay, yeah.
Do you want this half too?
Thank you. My taxes are gonna go up now.
What's
My
that?
taxes going up now? Have a good one, thank you.
Okay, this is, next thing is the appeals board reappointment of Lori Downey.
I move that we reappoint Lori Downey to the appeals board.
I'll second it.
She's already accepted the.
Yeah, I see the email. Next thing on the agenda is the EMA property inventory reporting.
You know, basically what that is, I've got it right here, and I don't know if you guys had a chance to read it or not. Apparently, way back, we put, when the radio went up on the channel tower, it was bought with government money. And all they're asking in this report is do we still have it, is it still in good use? And all that, and that's how it's written up. I've signed it, and we're going out. Come on.
So we're all set with that.
So you're basically all set. It looks like it was bought with grant money, is what it looks like, and they're just checking up, making sure that it's
Yeah.
still around.
Okay, so that takes care of that then.
Yep.
Next thing is a disorderly house scheduled public hearing.
Yeah. So do we wanna do it on a Tuesday evening? Or do we wanna do it on a separate day? We might have a fairly lengthy discussion of it. Whatever we want, I don't know. We scheduled it, before a, selectmen's meeting. I think the next one is the 11th.
Yeah.
Works, well, the 11th is a workshop, the 4th is a meeting. And the 4th is not a good day because that's,
Are we ready to Freiburg Fair?
Yeah.
and on the 4th, we've scheduled to meet with, Glendale at the end of the meeting. So when's the Freiburg Fair? Is that the first week?
Yeah, it starts the second, I think.
Yeah. So, you gonna be at the fair all week?
It'll be that one day anyway, once my feet hold up.
Well, the 4th is the day that we've, tentatively set up to meet with Glendale, at the end of the meeting, in an executive session with our TIF advisor and whatnot. So maybe the following week, the 11th,
Sounds good to me.
on, take whatever time it takes before the workshop.
So 11/11 then, right?
Yeah.
No, it'll be 10/11.
Are you discussing the disorderly house?
Yeah.
So 10/11?
11 October,
At 6 o'clock?
at 6 o'clock.
You?
So November 10th?
No.
11.
Yeah.
You said November.
I
thought
said
you
11 October.
Okay.
That way we don't have any confusion.
He just had it 11.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, the next thing we got here is, Chandler Tower radio component relocation.
Yep. All I know is, I'm supposed to hear back from them, I'll call them tomorrow morning and see if we can get a time. Cause I was hoping they was gonna call back so it'd be next week, towards the end of the week,
Okay,
that's what it's hoping.
all right.
And I have not heard back from him, so it's time to give him another call. And the last time he surprised me, he called back within an hour. Usually you don't get those anymore.
Well, that's not, I mean,
I think we're shooting Thursday and Friday is what was.
this is very good idea.
Have we heard anything from them at all? On
On the relocation,
what's that?
on the relocation?
Yeah.
The only, last we heard from it, they sent us, which I'm hoping is a boilerplate with what they wanted us to do. And if we had to follow everything there, we're not gonna be able to afford to do it, because in one section of that, they might want you to have the cables retightened, and there's 21 cables, and it's like a 4-day job to do it for a bunch of men, so.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's a boilerplate, we can get around that. That's what I'm hoping, but I won't know until you talk to them in person and say exactly what are you looking for, who do you wish us, to use, if they choose that route. There's just too many open questions right now before we move on, we need to nail it down.
All right. We'll wait till we hear back from them then.
Jim, I was supposed to call you so we could go out and visit the, person.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got that, tomorrow night, we've got the, comprehensive plan to review, get together, are you gonna get that
Yeah.
at 3?
I got an email from Matt, and he said, oh, it is Wednesday, okay. Not this, okay, you made a mistake the first time, okay. Alright, you get me updated his email tomorrow, yeah, I'll be at that one.
If we can remember, maybe we can go after that.
Okay, yep. Alright,
That's all I got on the agenda here.
I thought we should talk about the Reinhardt issue again.
We'll give you this, because I've been out a couple meetings and stuff here, so.
I think I've seen this, which is pretty much the stuff that Wes had in his. And based on, Wes Sunderland's opinion was that the property had been taxed as 2 lots all these past 50 years or so, and hence was, in fact, 2 lots based on this court case. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that if you go into the file cabinet over there and you look at the way was taxed since, well, the earliest one in there is 2006, but coming all the way forward, it's taxed as a house with a trailer on the same lot, not as 2 separate lots.
Right.
Based on that, I don't know, but having said that, I think that the selectmen already decided in 2019, didn't they?
I think we did.
mm-hmm.
And at this point in time, to go back and tell them no, I mean, if it was a week or 2 later, it'd be all right, but
Yeah, so we're going on what Wes was saying.
I don't think that the opinion that Wes put together was correct. I don't think he did the proper research. I understand other people said he did, but,
As far as that goes, my dad can't come and mom can't hear, so that's why.
that's okay, yeah.
Actually, 2 lawyers, I mean, your own town lawyer and Marcia Trail talk.
Yeah, but the town lawyer didn't have all the data either. He had,
I don't know about that, I'm just saying,
Right.
That's all, that the 2 determined that it weren't worth the town's money because they would lose.
but the claim that it was being taxed as 2 separate lots, it was not. I mean, it was, clearly being taxed as a lot with a house and a trailer on it.
At that point, you're correct.
And that goes back 18, 20 years, probably more.
Right.
And,
The only thing, this law that makes it different is the fact that it was done in 1972 before any ordinances were ever
yeah,
created.
right.
That's why. If it was 75, it wouldn't have been a debate, but anyways. back to matters.
But I say, I have been subject to changes of mind and interpretation as well, and I don't think it's right to do that to somebody, so.
Right. No, but
Give them a loss.
I'm just, when they, for whatever reason, the guy that's buying a piece of land came in here last meeting and got raised, so I just wanna make sure it's
Yeah.
there.
So Don, I would say, issuing his building permit,
All right.
has the lot been legally divided yet?
I got it right here. So, I got it right here, it's all, both lots have been divided and
Okay.
registered in the deed and
Okay.
Then bring them in
could be a service. Well, it's either or, but.
I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. Yeah,
I don't think the decision originally was right, but that's okay.
right,
We're too far down the road now.
yeah.
It is an unusual law compared to, and to still have mom and dad still alive when it was, it's unusual.
Yeah,
But
yeah, all right.
anyways, all right, thank you.
Yep.
Just what you should. Do you want this paid for? I got the copies of the deeds if you want them, but,
Might as well.
or what, well, it's printed off, just. I believe, well, I already have that, I think that's Wesley's one.
Yeah.
That's the new lot. I believe that's mom and dad's lot. All right, thank you.
See ya.
Have a good day.
You behave yourself.
No.
For the record.
Chad, you get anything?
No.
Beach season is over.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Well, I don't have to see him like a week ago. I couldn't see, the first we talked 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're looking at the weather report this week and stuff. I mean, it was cold, it's lousy, it's raining. I can't see having somebody stand down there, so I told him cut it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I've talked to, Chris about picking up the barrels. It'll probably be after Friday before he does it.
Yeah.
So, can you call the trash company and cut them off after Friday?
So pick up the barrels. Or,
They'll pick up the trash, we'll pick up the barrels.
okay, so discontinue trash pickup.
Yeah.
Make sure you get out of there quick, nothing, but they all come.
My understanding was that they were Memorial through Labor Day, so,
Usually it is.
so they may already have discontinued,
Well, they might have.
yes.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what we
I think
contract them
so.
for, if I
I think-
remember correctly when I called them. Because he had expressed that this might very well be their last year in, providing service.
Yeah.
So,
And is this, who was doing it this year?
I think it was Pine State? I'd have to look back through the records, but, it's who we've used in the past. But they also serviced many camps on Sand Pond and terminated that service this year.
I know that.
And said to pretty much, looking forward to next year, that they probably wouldn't be servicing us either. So, I don't know.
Well, we'll worry about that one next year.
But I'm thinking that they're probably done picking up, so is there a lot of trash there now?
Yes, there is now, yes. At least half barrel, one was almost another was full. You wanna make sure, as soon as they get empty, those guys pick it up, not, people are gonna come in there and start dumping gas in there.
Yeah. Bring household trash.
Well, I can call them and see if they can come up for one last pickup, I guess.
Yeah, if they'll do it.
If not, Chris might have to make a trip over to try town.
Well, they used to do it anyways.
Yeah,
You know, when Tim was here, I mean, they took care of all the trash and stuff like that for a while. All right, Mary.
The only question I've got is, and I know, I've been here right long, but are you gonna address this disorderly house business on that meeting? I mean, and tell what's in this? Cause I've been here, but I don't remember everything that you said.
Would you remember the night we had the sheriff here?
I do.
That was what he was here for.
Are you gonna give like a printed out paper that shows what,
We will
No.
post it.
yeah, there'll be more detail.
that's what I mean, I was just
Yeah.
curious about it.
Yeah.
We have a draft, and we can get, Robin to post it on the town website.
And then I have one other question too. If they go through with this brewery down the road from me, they have, Hiram, they said, there can't be any parking on the Sebago Road, which and it's called Convene in Baldwin.
Mm-hmm.
So, how, does that mean that they can park on the Convene Road?
So what's this now?
The brewery,
That, if they go through that brewery, I haven't seen any signs of anything going on there.
They haven't approached the planning board here. Technically speaking.
Well, no, they won't have to approach it because they've already gone through Hiram.
I know,
But,
I know.
yeah.
I know. If they're doing something that impacts Baldwin, they have to come to the Baldwin planning board.
yeah, true.
I don't know. I don't know what their plans are, if they say they're not gonna have anybody on the street at all, period, but.
This is what Hiram has said, that there
Right.
can be no parking on the Sebago Road.
Right.
But what you're saying is Baldwin is Convene Road, so,
Right.
and then
Well,
they say,
and the line runs right through the middle of their house.
yeah, and they said, well, Hiram said this, but Baldwin would say we couldn't park there. I understand you, yeah. So,
But are you saying that half of the brewery that the land is
No.
on is Baldwin land?
Unfortunately,
No.
no.
for
No,
breweries,
it's, the house is,
Is-
the house, the town line runs right through the middle of it, and there's two lines that run through there, the county and the town.
mhm.
And, they wanna put the brewery on the Hiram side. They really can't put it on the Baldwin side, cause it's all swampy. But that was a question I had, is, you know,
That becomes a problem, I mean, we might have to come up with an ordinance.
Well, we have to bring them in here and.
Yeah.
We'll have to, I would say notify Hiram and say, can you put that in their CUP, that there's no parking at all on Convene Road or
there you go.
Swago Road, yeah. If it's that close to the Baldwin line, I can see them doing that.
You think they'll build that?
No, I mean, I can't imagine the economy the way it is right now, anybody in their late twenties, early thirties would be stupid enough to go in debt $500,000
Yeah.
right now. I wouldn't, for something iffy, I mean, really, think about it. I mean,
Yeah.
who's gonna, you'd have to advertise a lot to get people out there, and, you know, I don't know, I just think it's crazy, but it was a concern I had anyway.
These microbrewers, though, they seem to be popping up and doing well.
Well, there's over 150 in the town, in the state of Maine,
Yes,
and
there is.
it's just how many more can, you know, sustain, I don't know.
I don't think their beer's any better than the store bought.
No, I don't either.
It's like, ugh.
I don't know.
Dawn,
I'm all set.
you all set? Robin? See, I didn't forget you.
I'm all set, thank you.
Okay. Bob?
Yep, I got one more. 19 Dearborn Road. I tried to contact CMP today, but all I got was their music. I want them to disconnect the meter and the wires. And, as soon as that is done, we can talk to Chris about
Demolishing it?
pushing it.
Yep. Yep.
We haven't heard anything from Tim and Libby.
I forwarded the email he wanted, and he reached out to us because he said he hadn't heard back from us.
But now we had, I called him and talked to him.
Okay.
Has there anything
So-
back since then, though?
Mm-mm. No. So I had sent that certified mail,
It didn't bounce. Yeah.
not yet, not to my knowledge, I can double check with Debbie on that side, cause, it would go back, but, to her first, but she would certainly bring it across the hall to me, so I'm thinking that it hasn't been signed for yet, maybe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's right, because you did say that you would be getting a letter to review.
I haven't heard anything from him.
that's not a problem, Bruce. I know what you're gonna talk
Yeah,
about.
I do.
That pole is right in the middle of the road. up
That's
there.
right, it's about time to get it out.
No, that pole has been there forever.
Yeah, the pole has, but the road changed.
Yeah, no,
They
road's
graded
always
it.
been
You know, when I was
there.
there, it wasn't paved all around there.
Yeah, it is now.
Right.
It now, there you go.
It's reflectors all over, there's only one person that hit that.
Well, that's just it.
I mean, I was there this winter doing something.
The thing is, when you walk
They
up
went up
there,
the,
not right now, you look, because you see the pole where I was walking, if the sun's up high enough right now, but as the winter goes closer, to December, the sun's gonna be right on top of that hill.
yeah,
If you're going up towards Shipwoods,
Yep. And then that's the only thing that's
you'll
bad.
see
with
it.
that.
It could be a problem, yeah.
That's the only thing that's
there
bad.
should be an island around the thing.
All
what
it
I
does, it
suggested,
requires
Bob.
them to move the pole. I mean, the wires are moving everything, I'm sure. You gotta set it over.
So when did this all get filled in?
When they tied, when they hot topped,
This year.
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Brian did it.
Yeah, cause he used to have an island there, a good island
It
around
wasn't
it.
there at all. And there's one on the other side also, and that disappeared over by the church. It was-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's all
It
gone.
was a pain in the butt to plow around those islands, and that's why
Yeah.
he filled
Thing
that
is,
all
I
up.
would think it'd be a pain in the butt to the pole.
Thing is that, I mean, yeah, it's always been there, I mean, it's always been,
The pole has always been there, but you change, the road get changed. With the
right, I mean,
tires.
there's always been a chance that somebody's gonna hit that, you know.
I would think,
That's up to Central Maine,
well, that's what I'm saying, but I don't think Central Maine's gonna do it till somebody pushes them. I really don't see them doing anything like that, because I've sat out there
Well-
12 hours waiting for them to come and put a wire back up.
Yeah, yeah.
I see that they're looking for like a 20 or 30% rate increase.
Yeah,
As well, we've been doing it right along for the last 3 years.
maybe if plow truck accidentally hits it.
I'm just afraid somebody else will hit it too.
Yeah,
In all due fairness, that was something new when that woman hit that.
right,
The pole was there, but like you say, the dirt and stuff wasn't there, so you really couldn't tell where the deviation
Right,
of
yeah.
things was.
yeah.
We're planning on about that. Well, I'm not gonna call them about it right now. I don't see a consensus among the board.
Could put all kinds of different signs on there with arrows, how many miles to Sebago and Baldwin and,
There is street signs on it, they all,
How many miles there is?
that's right, exactly.
I'll give you a call next time I get called up there to do something, I'll give you a call, come take a look.
It's probably gonna take something like that to
Well, it's
See if
already
he's
happened,
motivated.
that's the thing, I mean.
motivate them. Yeah, but she
What does
can hit
it take
it.
to move a pole? It takes somebody initiative, to say it needs to be moved because of safety.
Yeah.
Pretty much the end of discussion.
Somebody-
But if we leave it there, then I kinda think you're kind of negligent in a way.
Yeah, well, that'd be CMP's problem, and
So
maybe
it
next
wasn't
time
way
somebody hit
back.
it hard
It
enough.
wasn't way back, when you paved it, then it changed the whole dynamics of that corner.
Well, I gotta admit, if you drive up through there and you're not from around here, you don't know which way to go,
Well,
on what side of the pole
there's
to
one
go.
last winter, the one come off the schoolhouse, the other one hit the garage that I used to own at the Four Corners.
Right, yeah.
It will happen, it's just a question of when,
Yeah.
and the people come from that direction, so.
Yeah,
One other question for you though, Bruce.
Yep.
At our last workshop, you mentioned something about not going to be able to, raise a building to burn it.
There's different guidelines, which I had with me, and I can show them to you tomorrow if you're around.
Yeah.
There's different guidelines. It's just not a case of just going and burning the building, because you need to make sure everything, all the chemicals and stuff are out of it, and they have a list of stuff. I know from mercury switches to
Yes.
bleach, I mean, you name it, lead paint's one. Find me an old building that don't have lead paint, and what's the best way to get rid of it?
burn it.
That's what I say. But they don't. I mean, that's what I'm up against with the rules and regulations from DEP coming down on the fire departments.
Yeah,
That's what I meant by that.
and you said you had to have a certified instructor there?
If you do any training, it has to be a certified instructor, it just can't be, even myself, I just can't do it, I have to be trained to do it now. I mean, it's changed.
Yeah, geez,
We used to be able to do that stuff, and no one ever thought anything about it.
yeah.
And you're gonna be doing that on Harris Road?
Harris Road, but my thing is, he'll light it, we'll sit there, if it gets out of control, and catch it.
Oh, so the homeowner's going
The
to light it?
homeowner will light it.
Well, Bob, and like you, the town owns it, so one of you can,
That's right. Going up the Durban Road.
that's, yeah. You can torch it, if you represent the town. You own it, you're the homeowners now, so,
Maybe you could disconnect the electricity, the people that live in there will torch it.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be that lucky.
Well, you never know.
That's why I said last time, you want to be, make sure what's in the basement and stuff is, I mean,
Well, yeah, what
who
we-
knows what's in some of
What
these.
we're really interested in doing is making it uninhabitable. And the way it stands right now is people still crawl in the door and crawl up the stairs. It's just not safe in there. I mean, somebody who's inebriated or some other condition could come down from the top floor and go all the way to the basement.
I don't know if it was Don or Chris that said that there were people there that had a toddler. Whether they were visiting or staying, might have been Chris.
I think it was, I raised the concern, what if that happened? I wouldn't want to see anybody get hurt. So, good load of snow on the roof for a big windstorm, take care of it too, I think.
Or that strapping that's holding the front of the house to the back of the house.
Seems like it would take a lot.
Okay. We'll have to think about that. Good.
Jimmy, you got anything?
I'm all set.
All right. Covered quite a lot of stuff here tonight, short amount of time. Now we gotta go into executive session. I move the select board go into executive session pursuant one MRSA, section 405, 6A, to discuss personnel matters.
Second it.
Okay.